The Australian Securities Property Fund is a unique non-pooled managed investment scheme, being the first of its kind to be registered with ASIC in 2011 as a utilised managed property investment fund. The fund's manager, Australian Securities, is the responsible entity and custodian of the fund. Australian Securities have a well-established background in fund management, acquisition management, sale of property securities, and securitised financial services, dating back to the early 20s. Investors become commercial property owners in a specific property within the fund, giving them the benefit of monthly rental income, annually indexed to inflation or the market, and further capital growth potential when the property is sold. Property investments include commercial, retail, and industrial properties. Every property complies with the fund's key investment benchmarks with independent valuations, tenancy financial analysis, and capital expenditure to achieve higher rental yield and market value. The fund also reviews relevant local trends and commercial property industry analysis and forecasts. Each approved property is packaged into an individual sub-scheme that operates independently of other sub-schemes in the fund. Each sub-scheme has its own associated risks and rewards, providing members greater clarity and control over how and when their investment capital is spent. New sub-schemes are presented to fund members for consideration, with detailed information on the property, allowing investors to make an informed choice. Members can diversify their investment by investing in other sub-schemes. Investor ownership is based on the amount of their contribution in proportion to the total amount invested in the sub-scheme as tenants in common. The fund holds the title on trust for the members in the sub-scheme. Rental income is distributed monthly in arrears to members in the sub-scheme. Investment in this fund is suitable for medium to long-term investment. The typical investor will seek a regular income from an asset class that lifts both income and assets simultaneously with or better than inflation. For this reason, investments are usually held for 5 years or longer, subject to the investor's approval. Australian Securities manages occupancy, leasing, property upkeep, and tenancy issues, while collecting and distributing rental income to members of its sub-scheme. The fund manager also provides performance reports with current and forecast yields on each sub-scheme property in the fund. Once sold, the sub-scheme member receives their percentage share of the sale proceeds based upon their initial contribution, together with any potential capital gain earned on their contribution. The property fund is suitable for superannuation funds, retirees, pension funds, trustees, institutions, not-for-profit organisations and individuals. There are no exit or entry fees to become a member of the Australian Securities Property Fund. The Australian Securities Property Fund Product Disclosure Statement provides more information on the fund and minimum investment amounts. The PDS can be downloaded from the fund's website.